Everyone talks so much crap about Upwork these days. I feel like I hear it all the time. I can't find good people on Upwork. There's nobody good quality on Upwork, blah, 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 blah. But I think it's one of those things where like you just do it once, you try it, it didn't work, so you say it's never gonna work ever again. And then everyone says it, so then it becomes this like repetitive thing. But guys, let me tell you, I hire from Upwork literally all the time and it's a breeze because I know what I'm doing. I actually used to work back in the day. It wasn't even Upwork at the time, it was called Odesk. I used to be a freelancer on Odesk. We'll get an old screenshot of Odesk on there. And so what I wanna do is I wanna make a video showing you how I go about hiring at Upwork because actually it's not hard. There's great people on Upwork. We found some really high quality people that have been with my company for a really long time from Upwork. So I hit $1 million at 25. When I was 25 years old, I hit $1 million. And the reality is my team played a really big role in making this happen. And so this video, I wanna show you not just how to hire a team, not just how to hire a team on Upwork, but I also just want you to know in the back of your head, one of the big reasons why I hit $1 million so young was because I had a really good team. I'm not that smart. And by the way, fun fact, just a fun little fact, this script was written for a panelist of 7-figure earner women. So I was on this panelist of women who are earning $1 million or more per year. And I made this for them. And I'm like, you know what? I want to make this YouTube video too. I don't want just this select small group of people to get access to this information. I want to share this with everybody. So I got a bunch of tips here. I'm just going to read it. There are some things I'm going to take a screenshot of and we're going to put on the screen. It'll be a little easier for you. When you're hiring on Upwork, when you're writing your job description, you need to keep it short, simple, and conversational. Do not write a standard job description like you would for a corporate company. I've seen people, and I've done it myself, where they write a very standard job role and they just get duds. Duds apply. I don't know what it is, but you want to have short, simple, conversational job descriptions. Example of one, we're going to put it on the screen here. I'm just going to take a screenshot of it so we remember to put it on the screen. This is a good example of one where it's short, it's conversational, it tells you exactly what you need, and that's it. Second thing that you need to have people do when they're applying to your job on Upwork is have them put a random word in the beginning of the job proposal. So my word is always butterfly. When you apply for this job, put the word butterfly at the beginning of your proposal. So any proposals that don't have the first word of the proposal be butterfly, I just delete. Delete. And the reason for that is this shows that they're thorough and they follow instructions well, and they have a very good attention to detail. If you can't even read my job description properly, I'm not interested in you being on the team. I need you to be thorough and I need you to be reliable. So you're out of there. You have the option on Upwork, and this is tip number 3, you have the option on Upwork to ask additional questions of your candidates. Always ask an additional 2 to 3 questions at the very beginning. So there'll be like a section like the additional question section. Use that. So I find that I learn a ton about people from this additional question section. And here's some examples of questions that I ask, right? Like, how long do you think it'll take to complete this project? Can you please provide examples of similar projects you've done that are like this? One question that like needs them to do a little bit more work. And it's not like work, but like they might need to go look at my Instagram profile and tell me what the primary brand colors of my Instagram are. And like just something that shows they've done a little research into my company, I find works really well for getting people that end up being a good culture fit. Always ask 2 to 3 additional questions. It's going to tell you a lot about the candidates. Take advantage of all that job application features that Upwork gives you. Short tip number 4, really simple. Always hire independent freelancers. Don't hire from an agency. One of my biggest pet peeves are agencies. I hate agencies. If you look at the actual model, the model of an agency is broken. The fundamental agency model is broken. An agency company can grow is by bringing on more clients. And unless it's done very, very well, the old clients suffer as new clients are brought on. In my opinion, I will only hire independent freelancers, people who are a one-stop shop. If they are working with me on my company, they're not part of an agency. Fifth thing that I do that I think is super important and has been a massive game changer. Number 1, do group interviews. Like have interviews with 4 people at once. But then even more importantly, hire 2 people and try them out for 30 days. Pick the best candidate at the end of that 30-day trial. So obviously pay them for those 30 days. So both people are getting paid for those 30 days. So you're paying double in that first month. But what I have found is pretty quickly figure out who's going to be the winner and you keep that person on. At the beginning stage, before the 30-day trial starts, both candidates seem really good. It's only once you have them doing work for a 30-day period and you see how they mesh with your company that you can kind of say, okay, this is the person I'm going to go with. And be sure to let both candidates know, hey, you're on a 30-day trial. So we're going to keep you for 30 days. We're going to pay you for 30 days. And then we're going to pick whichever candidate we think is best. So be very upfront with the person. Let them know they're going to be on a 30-day trial. This works amazing because there's no pressure for us. We know we get to pick the person we like at the end of the 30 days. They know that they're on a 30-day trial. And if they are successful, the project continues. Life has gotten dramatically easier for us after that. Wherever possible and wherever relevant, you're going to want to provide specific examples for your work. So if you want to get Instagram Reels edited, for example, provide examples of Instagram Reels that you like. Give as many as possible. Give like 10 Instagram Reel examples. I am always and this is where a lot of people get a bad experience with Upwork, is because it's not that the people on Upwork are not good. It's that you are not good at telling people what you want, because you are not have discipline enough to be very, very specific and very, very clear. So when you're instructing somebody, especially if they're from Upwork and they're maybe not familiar with your company or your business model or whatever it might be extremely specific and take the extra time to carefully explain what you want in great detail with examples. In my opinion, there's no such thing as too much detail, especially when you're hiring people from Upwork and especially at first. Next thing you're going to want to do is, once you've hired your 2 people and they're on their 30-day trial, you're going to want to bring them into your team Slack and your company culture right away. This helps with your team member retention. So one of the things that can happen with Upwork people is they're on your team for a hot second and then they leave. And so in order to counteract that, you want to incorporate them into the team culture as much as you can. Have them come to your team meetings, have them get to know the other members of your team, get them on your team Slack as soon as possible. They're in isolation in the Upwork portal. Bring them into your team, bring them into your culture, have them meet your other team members, let them get to know you better. The more they'll feel like a part of the team, the more they'll stay and the less turnover you have. It's expensive to hire new people all the time. What got you to your current income level, whether it's $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $20,000 a month, the thing is, what got you to your current level isn't going to get you to the next level. And what I've learned over the years is that what got me to here is actually the thing that's actively keeping me from hitting here. So it's funny, like when I hit $20,000, what got me to $20,000 per month was the thing that was actively keeping me from hitting $50,000 a month. And then when I got to $50,000 a month, what got me there was the thing actively keeping me from hitting $1 million, right? Now that I'm $1 million, what I'm doing at $100,000 a month is the thing that's actively keeping me from hitting $300,000 a month. And I know that because of mentorship. And so if you're watching this and you're a current business owner making $5,000 a month or more, you should absolutely check out and apply to join my 100K mastermind. In the 100K mastermind, what I do is I show you how I built a business that gives me $100,000 cash collected. A lot of people say 100K months, but it's like in contracts or something. I don't know. 100K months cash collected. And the way we do it, it's really cool. Each scaling project, so I give you scaling projects. Each scaling project starts to stack on each other. So your first scaling project makes you $10,000 a month. Second scaling project makes you $20,000 a month. Third one, now you're at $30,000. And so they stack, and you do 10 of these scaling projects, bam, you're at $100,000 a month. It's super cool. We've had a ton of students go through it and it's working really well for them. Lots of great testimonials. If you're interested and you qualify, so you're making $5,000 a month or more in your business, go to mariawendt.com/apply and apply. We have about we don't accept everybody that applies. I do hand select the students, but if you're interested in the details, you want to get more about it and learn what the 100K Mastermind is all about, go to mariawendt.com/apply and I'll see you on the inside of that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I say it all the time. I'm going to keep saying it. Of all the entrepreneurs that hit 7 figures in their business, only 1.7% of them are women. That means that of all entrepreneurs that hit $1 million or more, a very tiny percentage, less than 2% of them are women. 98% of them are men. So if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.